I know everybody I go like we, still we irie. Cause me no love likes, in a dancehall style. I know everybody I go like, still me irie. Cause we no love likes, no. So every time I rise, we do it for the love, we not do it for the likes.
Actually at work doing the overnight shift, and let me tell you something. It's a killer. Like I don't think I could do this long term. Okay with it. For me, it's not for me at all. I'm always tired. I sleep all day, and sometimes when I get up, achy, and it's just horrible. So this is definitely not for me. I mean, I'll do it for now, but I'll tell you what helps me out. I have a home-based business. Our products are awesome, and I've actually had a couple people use the products, and it's quite amazing. But when you ask them, can you like come on my channel and talk about it, or just something, they're like, oh, I don't know if I want to. So it's like, you know what, whatever. But these overnights, let me tell you something. You see this right here? The NRG. This is a lifesaver. Listen, there are nights when like you can't keep your eyes open, and this thing right here, when this gets in your system, I'm telling you, it's like, when you give candy to little kids and they just like yeah. But it's awesome. If you're feeling fatigued, you're always tired and whatnot, this will help you. I will put a link down, and it's all natural products, by the way. Total Life Changes, our products are like all natural, organic. But let me get into what I'm here for. And I actually found something very good, and I said, you know what, I'm going to share it with you guys. And it's actually something I found on Life Hacks. They have some really, really good relationship like advice and whatnot on there. So this is going to be 2 parts because like I tell you, I don't want my segments going into 15-20 minutes. Okay, so let me start this real quick. It's 10 relationship questions every couple need to ask themselves. I have 10 on here, but I'm only going to do a few and then split them up in other segments to come. So let me just jump into it because you know me. Do you and your partner fight or argue with increasing frequency? Okay, so this is what they said, and I want you to think about that. It said, if you're arguing more than usual, ask yourself what the source of the conflict is. Nip it in the bud and deal with it before it becomes a bigger problem. Letting problems stick around can lead to resentment and loss of loving feelings towards one another. And you know what? That is so true. Like, what I love about my fiance is that whenever we get into like a disagreement, immediately he just dismisses it. He dismisses it. He's like, you know what? Okay, let's not dwell on that. Let's move on. And then he's back to his loving self again. And I absolutely love that about him. I can't stand a man who harbors feeling like a goddamn woman. I can't. I can't stand it. It's such a turn off. Like, why are you harboring feelings? Like, get over it. It's not healthy. Ugh. But anywho, let's keep moving. Do you feel that your emotional needs are not being met? And if you look into yourself, a lot of us feels that way. Now, and this is what they said. It said, this question is very important. If either of you feel your emotional needs are not being met, now is the time to change things. When emotional needs are not being met, it has a destructive effect on the relationship. And they're saying like, you start assuming that the other person don't care, like they do less for their partners, and when they do it with an attitude. And it's like, if they didn't do it for me, I'm not doing it for them. That's petty. It says make an effort to incorporate those actions listed as often as possible or restore goodwill in a relationship. Listen, I feel like this. If it gets to the point where we're being petty to each other and everything you do, we're going to, like watching or counting, well, I did that. Oh, well, I bought toilet paper this week. How about you buy it next week? Oh my God. Come on now. That's when you start getting petty. Like when just the little things nitpicking. I think it's time like you really take a step back and reevaluate your relationship. I don't understand. I've seen some messy relationships and I don't understand for the life of me how people can stay in such and live with someone like that. Oh, I couldn't do it. I'm telling you. I listen. I'm too old for that. Like the older I get, I think not the more difficult I get, but I just get to a point where in a relationship, if you go out and cheap, I hate cheap men also. That's a huge turn off. But if you cheat and I find out that you cheat, and like there is no doubt, no ifs, ands, or buts, like you have hard facts, I can't be with you anymore. That's just me. And the reason for that is every time you try to get close to me, I'm going to think of you out there being with someone else. Like just everything. And it's going to be hard for me to allow you to touch me. So with that being said, the relationship is just going to, dissipate because I can't anymore. I can't allow you to touch me. So, okay, Sarah. Now, it says, are you physically frustrated? This is question number 4, by the way. Are you physically frustrated in your relationship? Okay. So, and this is what, like I said, I got this from Life Hack. Okay. It says that affection is a part of the whole package. And this is so true. A complete lack of touch and affection leads to a disconnection, whether you realize it or not. Let me tell you something. With my fiance being so far away, I miss being hugged. I miss like you see other couples and I don't think about it, but sometimes you go to bed and you're like, wow, you're so lonely. Like you wish someone was there next to you. You know what I mean? You miss human companionship. You miss human touch. It's so important. And I don't understand how two people can live together and not have, a relationship like kiss you in the morning, goodbye. Instead of, oh, by the way, bye. Or better, oh, peace out. Me and you living together. And you're going to tell me peace out? You could peace out yourself out that door and never come back. Let me tell you. But it says that if all tactile behavior, and tactile means touch, has ceased, make an effort to give one another foot rub or shoulder rub. Let me tell you something. If you've never gotten a foot rub in your life, you're missing out. Well, done the right way, of course. Like a good foot rub. Let me tell you, a shoulder rub. Yes. But it says tap them on the shoulder as you walk by. Focus on touch to reconnect and feel closer. And basically they're telling you just little things. It's little things like if you're talking, like if you talk and you gesticulate with your hands, like, and you're talking, you could say, oh my gosh, did I tell you that's such and such? You know, that's touch. Touch is so important in a relationship. Like, and it's just little things, you know. Like if you've lost that, you're gonna have to do just little things to get that reconnection back. You know what I mean? And if sex is non-existent, talk about it. Reintroduce touch slowly. Like I said before, begin with baby steps. Be sure not to pressure your partner. And I so agree with that. Like I remember I was in a relationship, and it wasn't so much like I was, let's just say this person was more like a friend. And okay, let's rewind. Okay, so I was in a situation where, I had a live-in partner, and honestly, it wasn't the ideal relationship. I wasn't in love, but I was by myself for like so long, and I said, this person was more like a friend to me, even though we were living together and we were supposed to have this relationship, but there was a disconnect, there was such a disconnect, and I was like, I never want to be in a relationship like that again, ever. I just felt like, it was more like, a roof over my head, I mean, and this person had family. It's not like they didn't have family, but I just felt like, how sometimes like they don't want to go to family. You know what I mean? So they'll stay with a woman. And even if there's no feelings involved, and stay, like I can't do that. I've seen people stay out of convenience. I refuse to be in a relationship out of convenience because, like, oh, well, I'm going to stay with him because right now I can't afford to go off on my own, and he pays most of the bills. So, it's kind of easier on me because I don't make that much money. I am not staying in that type of relationship. I am sorry. I refuse. If it's not for love, then why waste my time? No, I'll stay by myself. Like, I can't understand how people call themselves couples and they live together like brothers and sisters. Like, this one, he's off doing his own thing. And she has her little side man out there. And it's okay. Like, no, it's not. Like, I don't know. But you know what? To each his own. Whatever floats your boat. So I'm up to 13 minutes, and I'm going to cut this somewhat because that's just too long. And I promised that I would have these brief. So I'm going to stop here, and I will continue another segment with the other questions. And just, have a little discussion, whatever. I hope you guys have been enjoying my little segments. I want to do more with my YouTube channel, like I told you guys previously. But for right now, I'm just going to be doing these little segments with you guys. And I hope you are enjoying them. So please, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends to like and subscribe. And, wow, I don't know what time I'm going to post it, so I can't say have a good night. Although what time is it? It's almost 1. So I am going to go back to work, and bye.
I know everybody I go like we, still we irie. Come in no love likes, in a dancehall style. I know everybody I go like.